Laura, give us a sense of what you're seeing in the scope of the movement there.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of ships already moving through the passageway. We just saw a very large gas carrier coming through. The backlog has really been worked through. As of now, there are probably 12 ships out there waiting to come in, and we've already seen some export ships leaving the channel, meaning they got in and loaded, and they're already back out in the open seas.
So we reported this morning that the US exports of LPG, whether it's Houston, Port Arthur, Philadelphia, literally collapsed last week relative to the prior week. Can you kind of flesh out some of those numbers for us? And it's the ongoing question, when do we expect everything to return back to normal, or at least some sense of normality to be restored here, given the backlog?
We think that it's actually almost back to normal already. When we looked at the export numbers from last week, obviously there was literally no exports from this area. So when we look at the monthly data later this month, it's going to have a big impact. But as of now, the terminals are up, they're ready to go, and they are loading ships.
Amazing. And what about for some of the storage caverns that are based there? Because the US Gulf Coast is, I believe, home to the largest area of LPG storage capacities. When you've talked about 50 inches of rain in some areas, I mean, I just feel like that would take weeks to solve some of the contamination issues. Can you give us any sense of clarity of what's going on with the storage capacities there too?
Yeah, that's going to take a little bit longer. We have seen some of those operations coming back, and the difference is those products that are stored underground were safe from the flooding, and they're able to use the pipelines to ship them down to this area where there was a lot less damage and a lot less flooding. So as I mentioned just now, about 5 minutes ago, we saw an LPG tanker coming in to load fuels, and those will be going as far away as China, Japan, to supply chemical plants over in the Far East.
Yeah, Asia critical there too.